Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Sneak This. If this is your first time checking out the channel, I want to ask that you hit that like, subscribe, and that bell for any notification on when I drop any new content. And if you're coming back to check your boy out, I want to send out a big thanks to you. Peace. Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Sneak This coming back at you with another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Yeezy 350 V2 Carbon. Let's get it. So the Yeezy 350 Carbon released October 2nd, 2020, and the original name of these was actually the Yeezy 350 V2 Azriel. Now the name Azriel comes from an Islamic religious reference, which basically means angel of death, and it also means the transporter of the soul. After Yeezy and Adidas released the original name Azriel, they got a lot of backlash from the Muslim community in regards to what they deemed as being disrespectful to the Islamic religion. So they had to go back and they had to actually rename these, which is how we came up with its current name, which is the Yeezy 350 Carbon. Now, if we get into the shoe, we take a look at it. This shoe comes with the standard Yeezy shoe box. As you guys can see, that Boost around. Got that 350 on the top, the Yeezy Boost 350 by Kanye, by Adidas. And that's basically the box. If we take a look at the inside of the box comes with that standard brown paper. And pretty much what you expect out of every single Yeezy release, or what's been given to us out of every single Yeezy release since they've been established. Now, if we take a look at the design of the shoe comes in gray and black. Actually has a bunch of different grays. If you guys can see, I turned the shoe around. Darker grays, lighter grays, and everything is kind of accented and contrasted by that black. So really cool with the colorway. I love this colorway. Now the material of the shoe is made of Primeknit throughout the upper, similar to every other single pair of Yeezy 350. So you got that Primeknit on the upper. It's that very soft sock-like material, very flexible, very stretchy, and super comfortable. This is a really, really good leisure shoe, and probably the shoe that I wear over any other shoe in terms of leisure. So, you know, going out, kicking with the fellas, going to the grocery store, this is my go-to shoe. If you take a look at that sole, the sole is made up of that Boost unit. So if you guys see underneath, you see that white right there in the middle. That is the reflection of the Boost unit within the sole, the inner sole of the shoe. And then the outer sole of the shoe is actually made up of rubber. So that rubber gives it that flexible feel, you know, that cushiony feel. But it's a little stronger and a little more durable than the Boost unit on the inside, but that Boost unit is just like pure softness. You get a really good bounce from it. So very, very good combination of both of those materials. Now, if you guys pay attention to this sole of the shoe, the rubber sole of the shoe comes in a light brownish gum type colorway. And I actually love this colorway because it hides any dirt that you might get on this sole of the shoe. And I actually prefer this colorway of the sole more than the translucent blue colorway that you see on a lot of Jordans. The translucent blue is good, but over time it's still going to yellow. It's still going to show when that dirt comes up on the shoe. But with the brownish colorway right here, with that gum colorway, pretty much hides and blends in, you know, the aging of the shoe, and also when you step in any dirt. So I really, really love that brownish colorway within the sole. Then if you guys pay attention to this middle, you got that middle stripe that's prevalent on pretty much all the Yeezy 350 Boost. Got that stripe on there. Now what I did notice about this stripe that's a little bit different from some of the other models of the 350s that I have, is that this stripe is actually see-through. So, you know, when you hit the light, you guys have any of these, you got this model, you can actually see that this is see-through. And this provides additional breathability in the shoe. It's already breathable because the Primeknit is a pretty soft, light material. But with having that, you know, basically seamless part on the middle, when it comes to that middle stripe. It adds additional breathability to the shoe, so it just makes a comfortable shoe even more comfortable. Now, another cool feature of these is they have the no tie bungee string. That if you guys seen my review of the Yeezy 380s, if you didn't see that review, go back and check that one out. But these actually come with the no tie bungee string, similar to those 380s. And if you guys watched that review, I explained to you that I absolutely love that because you don't have to tie your shoe. Now, yeah, I'm an adult. I know how to tie my shoe, but to not have to do it every single time, to me, it just saves a lot of time in your day. I absolutely hate when my shoe comes untied, and I love the fact that these comes with a no tie shoestring. So great feature on these. Another cool feature was the fact that they added in an additional shoestring pack. Again, similar to that review I had with the 380s, they had additional shoestrings added in those. I guess this is a new thing that Yeezy is doing with his releases, but the difference in those is those actually came in red. These actually come in the same exact color, which is a darkish gray, similar to the no tie bungee shoestring. So if you choose to have a shoestring that you have to tie, you can take the no tie shoestring out and you can add these in for a standard shoestring type. Now, I do have other pair of Yeezy 350 V2s, and I noticed a couple of differences in the design of those versus the design of some of the newer Yeezys that are releasing. So big difference in these. You know, my older Yeezy 350 V2s that I have is more of a thicker material. Even though that Primeknit is similar to this material, this Primeknit is a lot thinner than that material, and it's actually thin to the point where you can actually see through the shoe. So as I explained to you guys with the stripe going down the middle, that stripe has basically holes through it. You know, you can see through it, and it adds additional breathability in the shoe. But around the shoe, pretty much everywhere you can see through it. And this is not prevalent in some of my old Yeezy 350 V2 models. So something that I've seen that they switched up. Another thing that I've seen that they switched up on these is the fact that this 350 V2 model does not have the pull tab on the back of it. And I guess they went away from the pull tab. It makes the shoe seem a little less heavy. And once you put the shoe on your feet, you can automatically tell the difference if you have both of those models. But this was a lighter shoe, and it makes the shoe seem a little bit more seamless as well. Now, if we get to the inside of this shoe, you know, like I told you guys before, I'm very into like the intricacies of the shoe and just like the very fine details that, you know, the average person probably would not notice if they bought the shoes, probably because I'm just so into shoes. But if you take a look on the inside of these along the inner tongue area, this is actually lined up with suede on the inside of it. So you got suede on the inside of that tongue area. And then if you go down to the inner of the shoe, you're gonna notice that these shoes actually have leather on the inside. So probably from this point to this point, about 3 to 4 inches, they got leather on the inside of the toe box area. So that was super dope to me, and just screams to the fine details that were put into making these shoes. Now, I told you guys earlier about that difference in how the Primeknit of this shoe, the Yeezy 350 V2, was kind of different than the Primeknit of some of the older Yeezy V2 models. So it's a thinner material, and it actually feels similar to the Nike Roshes, which is kind of funny because, you know, Kanye said that he actually got his inspiration for the Yeezy 350s through the Nike Roshes. Story has it, you know, he pretty much told the story that one day he was walking through an airport, he seen the Nike Roshes on a billboard, and he said, man, he thought that this was one of the dopest shoes ever. So he took a lot of his inspiration from the Roshes and then molded that into what we eventually got with the 350s, and, you know, the rest is history. But with that design of the Nike Roshes, the material that the Roshes are made of is similar to the Primeknit, but it's a thinner material, and over time it actually wears to the point where, you know, your foot will slip over the sole, because I've worn my Roshes so much. They actually one of my favorite pair of shoes. But the difference that I seen with the older V2 models was that it was a thicker Primeknit that has held up really good over time, and I don't have that same effect that I used to have with the Roshes with my feet slipping over the sole of the shoe. So I'm really interested to see how this thinner material is going to age over time. But one thing is for sure, it is more comfortable because it's thinner, because you get more breathability and you get more stretchiness within the Primeknit of the shoe. So it made for a more comfortable effect. But how that's going to stand the test of time, you know, we're going to see. So if we get into the pricing of this shoe, like I said, released on October 2nd, 2020, and it released for a price tag of $220. So I'm looking out there and I'm seeing that this shoe is reselling from anywhere from $260 to $400, depending on the size of shoe that you wear. So that is going to be it with my review of the Yeezy 350 V2 Carbons. Again, you know, a classic shoe. The 350 can really do no wrong, man. I've never really seen a colorway that I did not like on these. I would say it's a dope shoe. It's a dope shoe. I would honestly say, like I told you in my review, probably my only negative on this would be the fact that it's a thinner material. I don't know what the effects of that thinner material is going to be, but it is a more comfortable shoe since it has the thinner material. So, you know, I would definitely say this is a cop. So thank you guys for checking me out. Once again, this is your boy Sneak This. Again, if this is your first time checking in with me, I want to ask that you hit that like, subscribe, and that bell for any notification on when I drop any new content. And if you're coming back to check me out, I want to thank you once again. And with that, I want to wish you peace, health, happiness, and prosperity. Thank you.